Hi, welcome to Buzz, the Midwest Underground Business Voice. My name is Tony Salzo. We've got Mariam Williams in the studio today in Louisville, Kentucky.
Yes.
How do you do? Pretty good?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Great. Good to hear. Research Works, right? That's the name of your firm.
Correct.
Now, I think I know, but that's always dangerous, Mariam. What does research work mean? What do you do?
Basically, I get information for people and choose words for people that will help them to make money. I help them answer questions that they haven't necessarily even thought of yet, but that could be important to their business or to their organization, and then put that information together.
So give me an example. I mean, I think I understand. I'm starting to get the silhouette a little bit, but so give me an example of an organization you worked with last. What did you do for them?
One recently, not the last one, but,
okay.
Tells
the story.
Because
sure.
They had an event just this past weekend that was a big education expo. And several months before that, about 9 months or so before that, I collaborated with them on writing a grant to fund that expo, and to get some other funding for their organization, just help them organize. Yeah. And
well, that was pretty powerful.
Yeah.
I mean, write a grant that actually gets funded is a big deal.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a big notch in the cap. So you also do grant writing.
Yes.
And the reason that research and grant writing go hand in hand because they have to make a case for that money, which means the research has to be done in order to make that case. Is that fair?
Exactly. Most grants have something in the beginning that says, give me a statement of the problem. What is your community like? Why is this needed? Okay. How is your organization helping? So the organization will probably have the stats of how it's helping. Okay. But to pull, just market research about what the community is like, that takes a lot of statistics, a lot of searching.
A lot of people don't really understand how to use market research. Give me an example of one of the mistakes you think even small businesses are making by not doing proper market research on before they go to market.
Not knowing what other kinds of things or what things in general their customers might be interested in. Sure. And other kinds of things other than their products. I worked in radio for a while and was a research director for a group of radio stations. Wow. And one of the things that the salespeople would always try to do is to figure out what kinds of products people who are buying, let's say, spa services, are also buying. Yeah. So then they figure out how to collaborate. Yeah. And they figure out really what is
packages.
Yes. Right. And then they can also find out, what is really the age range of those people and what is their income and where should I be targeting my business. Because sometimes it's not who you think it is.
It's a lot of times it's not who you think it is. And I think what is so important for a lot of those small businesses to hear out there is that you really have to develop a profile on who your customer is. And that just doesn't mean that, they're small business, from 0 to 50 mil. That could mean that they're, they're dentists, they're doctor's offices, they're chiropractic offices, they're pediatricians, and they have 4 to 5 principals, and they've got an office of 15, and really drilling that down. Because what you can allow somebody to do is get really focused with their marketing, which means they're getting a higher return for their dollar.
Exactly.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
And that's pretty much what you help people do, right?
That's pretty much it.
So how did you get into this?
Well, as I said, I was in radio, and I was a research director and copywriter. And I was laid off. Yeah.
But the way many great businesses started.
Yes.
That's how Rainmakers got started.
Oh. Yeah. And I had this idea to just kind of keep that going. I had taken a business plan kind of crash course and met a lot of people within that course who understood the value of this and felt like that's something that they would need. Yeah. And I had understood from radio that that's something that's needed. So,
Mariam, I'm thinking that marketing firms could be a good strategic relationship with you because they don't do it in-house. Agencies, advertising agencies might be good ones. I would think that maybe even somebody doing customer service consulting could be a good strategic relationship. Those that are acting as strategic advisors when that purchase is made could be a good strategic relationship for you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So that would be a good ask for you out there. But what does your ideal client look like? What would you say that the one you really want to replicate?
Well, the one that I enjoy helping the most are the nonprofits.
Sure.
Just like the event that happened over the weekend, the Education Expo, to be able to lay the groundwork for that and to see something, an idea like that really blossom is very exciting.
If you're a nonprofit looking for funding and you need help grant writing, if you're an agency that needs a research marketing arm, I mean, those are good potential strategic relationships for Mariam. And the good news is you're the first person I've met within all Rainmakers that does this. I mean, you got a niche play. I think that's really powerful. Mariam, you've been buzzed.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Tony.
You're welcome.